In the white, Daryl Hamilton, who had two fourth-quarter interceptions, and the Spiders win at Villanova. Stephen Barnett had his first career 100-yard receiving day, 5 catches for 110 yards, including a 19-yard touchdown catch in the win over the Wildcats. We'll open it up for questions.
Hey, Daryl, the numbers say this is going to be a shootout. Is that disturbing as a defensive player to face that sort of thing?
No, I wouldn't say it's disturbing. It's more of a challenge. I feel like hearing that, it gives us more confidence in ourselves to prove to them that it won't be a shootout. You know, we don't want anybody to score on us. We know they're a good team, but we prepare every day for them to not score, and that's our confidence going into the game.
Hey, if I could follow up by asking what you learned from that Old Dominion, New Hampshire tape.
They're an explosive offense. You know, they can score at any time, and that's something you have to be aware of. But it's not something that you can't take it lightly. You have to go into the game knowing that, you know, they have good athletes, but so do we on defense. So, you know, our coaches prepared us to defend those certain routes they may have, those certain run plays they may have. So it is not discouraging, but it's something you have to take notice to.
Thank
you. Guys, both of you. Can you talk a little bit about what you've known from Javon over the couple of years that you've known him, and what he's kind of had to go through, and what kind of a setback this must be for him?
Yeah, he's strong-willed. He's mentally strong. You could tell he has a great supporting, system with his family and us here in the locker room. Going into the season, I don't think he took anything for granted. He knew the position that he was in, and it was good to see him take every day like it was his last. He treated every play on the field like it was his last, and it's kind of disheartening to see him have to end his season so early. But you know that he's always going to be there for us, and he has the right head on his shoulders.
So, Daryl, could you think back 2 years ago, and a very disappointing day from a lot of fronts up there, I guess. It's just a weird day that, in a lot of ways, got you guys rolling on the wrong path.
Yeah, we were definitely plagued with injuries. We had that in the back of our head. I think this year we're a lot more healthy, we're stronger, we're faster. But we're going to look at that tape, we're going to look at last year's tape and build off of those, so this upcoming game we can have a better result.
Have you looked at any of their game against Old Dominion? And if so, are there similarities between the two offenses that...
Yeah, they're both spread offenses. They're both no huddle. Old Dominion's a little bit more fast tempo, but they have great athletes on the side as receivers. So their schemes are similar. So you can kind of look at both tapes and see what worked and what didn't work for them, and then we know how to defend it off of that.
Stephen, talk about your day, the offense's plan, knowing this is a New Hampshire team that can score a lot of points, the mindset of the offense going up to Durham.
We always want to go out there and put points on the board, regardless of what the other offense is looking like or how we know they play. Our mentality is we got to score, every time we get the ball. And I think this year we've done a good job of doing that. We've had long drives. We kept the other offense off the field, and I think that's a big thing we have to focus on, is keeping the other offense off the field, which is something we focused on ODU as well.
Talk about your touchdown catch and the chemistry that you got to have there with John, and the excitement that you probably had knowing that ball was coming where he was throwing it.
Yeah, this goes back to the summertime. Like I said this a couple weeks ago, the receivers and John and the other quarterbacks put in a lot of time over the summer and we just built trust every single game, every single day. And I saw press coverage, and we kind of make eye contact before the play, and it's just good knowing that he trusts me to go and make a play, and hopefully we can continue that throughout the year.
Was it something else called before you two saw that?
Oh yeah, that was a conversion. I think we had an out route or something, but when the corner comes in press, it's kind of like we're on the same page, and
Anything else for the players?
Darryl, real quick, I know you talked about it yesterday, just your first interception and kind of the excitement level that you get hoping that that play was going to unfold the way it did.
Yeah, I mean it's exciting, especially when you're in a certain coverage where you can do that. So when the blitz is called, you know the route's gonna come out quick. So, you know, you work on that in practice. You know, you dream for it in the game. So when it happens, you gotta make the opportunity. You know, so I mean it was exciting. The teammates were excited. It's something we needed to kind of seal the win. So I'm glad that the pressure came for him to throw the ball out. So, you know, our D-line did their job, and so the linebackers. But no, it's exciting. We work on it every day, you know, especially on Wednesdays. We work on pressure periods. So you have to know that the ball's going to come out quick, so you can't get out like you normally would on normal packages. And you got to trust your ability to make a play when the opportunity's there.
Darryl, turnover differential is a big change from last year. Do you feel like with Coach Rocco, you guys have worked on forcing turnovers more than you have in the past?
Yeah, every day we go over, you know, turnover circuits, catching the ball and trying to strip the ball out. I feel like this year we make that a priority. You know, going into the game, we want turnovers. We need turnovers. That helps you win the game. You know, the more turnovers you have, the better chance you have of winning. So, you know, we go into games and we need turnovers. On every play, you can try to make it go for the ball. The ball's in the air, the ball's yours. So that's our mentality going into every game, and I feel like it's worked out for us this year.
Stephen, with everything that's gone right for you guys this year and everything that didn't go right last year, could last year's team have made that final drive the way you guys did this year at Villanova? Would last year's team have gone into it with the proper attitude?
I believe so. And kind of going on what Darryl just said, last year we just played with turnovers. You know, we had playmakers on our team, and there was no doubt last year whether we could score the ball or sustain a drive. It was just, you know, we hurt ourselves, and so I mean this year we go into the game knowing that we got to hold on to the ball. Our offense is a lot of like maneuvering around and misdirection, so we got to control the ball. I think last year we just had setbacks, but our mentality was the same last year. We wanted to score the ball every time we got it.